What is going on, everyone? I'm Ian Salazar, or Tokifyy, and I'm the Rocket League coach here at St. John Bosco High School Esports. And today we have a very special treat. We now have our junior varsity team taking on the pitch in their first preseason match for Play VS. So we'll get into that in a little bit, and we'll see you guys there. All right. So once again, I have SJB Santos here with me. Say what's up.
What is up, guys? Once again, here I am at the previous varsity match that I was also here for. I am the SJB social media manager for the program, and I'll be co-casting with Tokifyy once again.
All right. So let's get into our game here as we head over to this screen. All right. So once again, we have our junior varsity team taking on the pitch in their first match, and I'm very excited to see what they got for us.
Let's get into it.
As we wait for our players to head on here, probably takes a little bit as they get into load.
So when I was a player, obviously I already knew some of the names of the varsity players. Fear Classic and K-Boss. I was already somewhat familiar with those names, but I don't necessarily know these JV players. Can you give me a little bit of background info on them?
Yeah, so we have two returning players from last season again on the new team, and we have a new third. So our returning players are Ben Diaz, who is Cutie Benji, and then we also have Joaquin Panzon, who is Omega, and I was very fortunate enough to actually play with them last season, and they were very talented. We worked all very well together, and so now having a new third in Ryan Cirincion, who is Roosterman 69. Let's see what they got here, because again, this is a new player to them, but as they got more reps in, they were able to get their chemistry in and also dominate on the field.
Okay. And who are we playing today? What team is this?
This is actually not really a team named because on the Play VS roster there wasn't really like a specific team, so this was just like a pickup game sort of ideal. So we really don't know these guys, but then just like that, 6 seconds off the clock and Bosco's already up 1-0.
Yeah, seeing some similarities back to the varsity game where Fear Classic was just going kind of crazy. The first 4 seconds of almost every match, 2/3 of the match, dude was just scoring goals. I mean, we didn't even get to commentate anything. We were kind of just getting the intros in, and that guy was already going off.
Yeah, so this team definitely plays a little similarly to how varsity plays, despite their skill level is kind of about the same, but basically, from seeing them play, they're very talented. They definitely know how to play this game as well as the varsity team goes, and they're just all around. They're just all around pretty good, and I'm just glad that they're back on the field taking on another season. As now the game's tied 1-1. 30 seconds left off. 30 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, it looks like this unnamed team's matching up pretty well with JV Bosco here. Seeing some similarities to the previous match where where the very first game, we were able to get a 1-1 tie-up, but then Saddleback, I think was the team name, they were kind of slowly letting that slip away from them. But as we see here, it looks like this unnamed team is taking the lead over Bosco here, 2-1.
Yeah, game's a little close, still only less than a minute off the clock, but knowing this team and having that experience with them, even if they're down a lot, they know that if they can just focus up, regain, and knowing that they can just play better than them, these guys can easily make a comeback and know that they can win the game and just be an all-around force around the field.
Yeah. Looks like we're deep into the blue side of the pitch here. Bosco looking to make a goal here.
Benji
Close.
just right off the post, but two members double committing. Once again, one of those terms that we use here in the professional scene, as Roosterman brings it barely off of the left wall. Is their teammate there to follow? Unfortunately, Benji does go off the right post, but Boss Killer very close as well, going off the left. Bosco adding a ton of pressure here into the blue side, as Ashford does get a small clear, but Bosco once again with the pressure.
It doesn't look like Bosco can make it quite in. As we saw just a few seconds ago, one of the Bosco members actually just got demoed. So
Boss Killer, though. in there, tying the game up now 2-2.
Demo doesn't even matter. Bosco just pushes that pressure even more.
Nice pass there by Roosterman over to Boss Killer with an amazing shot onto the right side of the net. 2 goals apiece. Still more than halfway of this game to go. Once again, best of 5, meaning first team to win 3 games takes the series. As Archer, little air dribble onto the right side of the pitch. Bosco, though, with an open net, taking advantage of it. It seems like one of the defenders of this blue team trying to get there, but unfortunately just a little short of it.
Unfortunately, Bosco taking up a 3-2 lead now with that 3 minutes left on the clock.
Nice try there by Fat Boy as they take the lead up by 1. Another kickoff here. Archer brings it off of his side of the wall as Boss Killer with an amazing 50 to stall the ball a little bit. Nice back pass there by Archer. As Benji trying to air dribble it off to his teammate, but no one there. Both members trying to get back, get some boost, because boost starving is a very hard situation to deal with, especially in these fast-paced games. Fat Boy over to Ashford, trying to bring it over to the right side, as Benji trying to get a fake there. Is he able to finish? Yes, he is.
Bosco takes a 4-2 lead.
Goal gap difference is now doubled as Bosco takes the lead 4-2, just over 2 minutes left. And again, the pressure by Bosco is there. It seems like this blue team isn't really trying to capitalize, nor is able to read them properly, and Bosco just once again with that dominant pressure on their half.
Yeah, it seems like the majority of the time the ball seems to be on the blue half of the pitch. So, Bosco's doing a very good job of just pressuring them into going all defense without letting them have even a chance to, go on the offense. Even as we're talking now, I mean, they got the ball right there next to the net.
Ben with a pass from Boss Killer, unable to get it though, but he does pop it up once again for him. Boss Killer unable to return that favor though, as both teams trying to rush back to the other side of the field with the blue team trying to add some pressure. But Ben passing it over to Roosterman does get a bump on one. Both teams here playing a little passive with a minute and a half left in this first game. Not Benji trying to go for a hit, but a little bit far. Roosterman with the air dribble. Is he able to get that finish? No. Close. Archer there with an amazing save. But Boss Killer.
Cleanup crew.
That angle on that shot from Roosterman getting off the post does get that in. 5-2 now. Bosco up there.
Yeah, it looks like Bosco's doing really good job at keeping up the pace. I mean, we saw that the ball was able to get into the orange half of the pitch for a few seconds there, but I mean, Benji and his teammates were just there immediately to put that pressure back onto the blue team.
Benji now see if he can get another touch. Does get back for Roosterman as Roosterman trying to go for a touch, a little short, gets beat by one of the members of the blue team. Boss Killer with a small little touch.
Bosco looking to put this back on.
Does get demoed though by Ashford as Ben trying to center it. Is he their teammate? No, a little short. Does get beat once again, but Ben trying to get car control in, trying to dribble it over the opponents.
Yeah.
But just trying to do as much as he can as a very small hit there by one of the members of the blue team does bring it over to the orange half, but Boss Killer there with a small little air dribble trying to bring it back to the blue side. Not Benji. Up in the air trying to just pop it up for his teammates to avoid getting an extra goal in for the blue team. But very good defense as well on the second half of this first game.
Yeah, I mean, that demo that we saw just a little bit a while back, I mean, no teammate, no problem. They were able to keep the ball on the offense for the majority of that, respawn timer of their teammate that was coming back after being demoed. And they're doing an excellent job just 2v3ing them, both defensively and offensively.
10 seconds left. Top shelf, right side. Benji there once again. 6-2, 7 seconds left. That's definitely the daggers. Bosco takes an amazing first game there to bring them up 1-0 in the series, and definitely amazing performance them in that first game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like this JV team is really well put together.
Once again, this is only our junior varsity team, but working well together, having that chemistry, just being there for each other, that's how you know they're able to get this game, as Bosco takes game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, a really good start for JV Bosco, finishing the game up 6-2. Actually, I had just forgotten about the goal that we literally just saw. Finishing the game up 6-2, pretty similar starts to Varsity's first game, where they put away Saddleback 4-1.
As we get these players readied up into the second game here, Bosco once again with an amazing performance in that first game, seeing if they can carry on that momentum into that second game. And for this blue team, they definitely can keep it up with them a little bit, as we saw in those first couple of minutes of that game. But there's little small mistakes they can fix. Hopefully they can make this game a little closer as to get our players into game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really see Bosco dropping a game here. I mean, even when, having such a big disadvantage as having one of your teammates demoed, or at least to me, right, in my amateur eyes, having a one-man down seems to be something massive, like a massive handicap. It seemed to pose no threat to Bosco. They were doing an excellent job at keeping the number advantage down to quality versus quantity.
As we get into game number 2, Rooster Man with a small little air dribble over to Not Benji. Does get dunked though, or should I say 50'd by one of the opponents. Boss Killer trying to see if he can beat one. Archer is there though, but Ben with another demo. See if he can get it top shelf over one. Fortunately does bounce off of the crossbar. Any members of Bosco there to finish? No. Blue team's defense is just there. Archer though trying to get a big touch and a clear, as seems like Rooster Man trying to go for an aerial attempt, but does miss. Boss Killer with a shot attempt as well, but Ashford is there. But Rooster Man able to get the finish.
Nice.
Amazing shot by him. 1-0 Bosco, game number 2.
And Bosco giving this blue team a little taste of their own medicine with that demo we saw, a few seconds into the match.
Amazing shot there by Rooster Man. Good assist there by Boss Killer. Bosco up 1-0. Seeing if, once again, the momentum carrying into from that first game. But on the other hand, we have the blue team seeing if they can try to bounce this back a little bit and get these games a little closer, as Rooster Man does bring it an air dribble over to the left side.
Yeah, and hopefully blue team is a little bit more cautious with the demos that we just saw in this last kickoff here. Bosco may be able to 2v3, but the blue team is barely able to keep up defensively and offensively, barely pushing into the orange side of the pitch, even when they're up one member. So losing one member for them specifically would spell out a tragedy.
But as we say that, Astrid with a bottom right goal to tie the game. One apiece with just 3.5 minutes left. Once again, like I said, blue team is able to keep up with Bosco very well, but those small mistakes kind of threw them off in that first game. But just like that, tie game here in game number 2 with just over 3.5 minutes. And if they keep up with this, definitely can make this series a little closer.
Yeah.
As a Rooster Man does get 50 by Astrid. One member of Bosco unable to have enough boost to try to get up there. Ben, fortunate pass. Does go off the crossbar, though, for the blue team. Nice shot there by Archer.
Close call for Bosco.
Fortunately for them, that does take a little miss as Astrid trying to pass it over to Archer. Does get a small touch, but Bosco once again is there. Nice little clear there by Boss Killer over to the left side of the field. Passing it over to his teammates to get a big hit. Rooster Man trying to get a little car control with just 30 minutes left.
Looks like Bosco's finally putting the momentum and pressure back onto this blue team. But as I see that, blue team, oh, no, never mind. Bosco bringing it back onto the blue side of the pitch.
Ben trying to go for a passing play over to Boss Killer. Archer does get demoed, or should I say demos, Rooster Man. But Rooster Man off of respawn does get a big save to save Bosco there. As Archer trying to see if he can get up. Does stay back, though, as Boss Killer up in the air. Blue team a little awkward. Fat Boy is there, though. Beat one is Astrid. Ben trying to push it back into his own spot. Anyone there from blue team to finish? No. Big defensive play there by Bosco, as not Benji. Trying to see if he can dribble it. Pass another. Does get a 50, but Fat Boy is there with a save.
Looks like blue team's finally able to get the ball onto the offensive side of the pitch here. We're going in for the goal. Bosco able to deflect it.
Nice defensive half there by Bosco as Rooster Man. See if he can get a second touch. Does only have 7 boosts, but does decide to stay down for that and get back. Boss Killer, both other two members of Bosco should be having enough boost there to try to get a goal, but defense is the key there for the blue team as they do get that. But amazing save there by Archer as Rooster Man trying to get that over him. Just barely one small touch and you can get that save. as Astrid might a little double commit though by Fat Boy and him. Does get a little bump off of him. Boss Killer trying to see if he could shadow this ball. Archer air dribble does get 50 by Boss Killer. Boss Killer see if he can get a pinch off of the net to center it for one of his teammates. Both of them a little awkward though, might be a little low on boost, so they both decide to get back as Astrid tries to add more pressure onto his orange side. And can it get 50? Astrid is there, but Roosterman and Bosco's defense is there once again. Roosterman does get 50'd with Fat Boy with just a minute left in game number 1. A very close game, only 1 goal apiece, but amazing save there by Archer once again. Not Benji with the good shot attempt. Is Ben there for the save though? Nope. Does get an amazing save there. Does get a good clear as well. Roosterman trying to see if he can air dribble it with only 38 boost. Teammate should be there. Ben does cut it off and bring it over to his orange side. And you're there for the finish. What an amazing pop down there by the blue team.
Bosco getting scarily close to this as Bosco gets a demo off the blue team. I think this is the longest time we've actually seen the ball in play. I mean, every single match that we spectated so far is just, being whether it be from enemy team to our team.
And there for the finish. Boss Killer. 13 seconds left on the clock. What a pinch there on the midfield on the left side of the wall, but Boss Killer able to read that properly, does get it past 2 defenders, and able to give Bosco the 1-goal lead with just 13 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I mean, whether it be, enemy team and our team scoring back-to-back on each other, whether it just be one team scoring simultaneously, we've never seen a ball be in play for that long. I think that was a 4-minute play time right there, almost 4 minutes.
As the ball does get killed, Bosco able to run away with the second game, just 1 goal. But once again, we talked about in that first game, this blue team being able to keep up with them very well, and you definitely saw that. Yeah. But Bosco able to get that lucky pinch from those 2 members, and once again, Bosco able to get that lucky read into the net of the blue team. So that's what was able to give them that 1-goal lead into game number 2. As we head into game number 3, Bosco now on series point.
Yeah, it looks like blue team is getting a more solid understanding of what exactly is what exactly the play style that Bosco was running here. Something similar that we saw to Saddleback, but unfortunately, that substitution that they did in the game 3 was their ultimate downfall. But it doesn't look like this blue team here made that decision. So, this could very well be pointed to the blue corner.
Yeah. So blue team does not have a substitution. It's only their 3-man roster. As we get into game number 3, players are loaded up. Once again, Bosco on series point. This blue team needs to figure out a way and needs to win this game if they want to stay in the series, as a reverse sweep is possible. But once again, if this Bosco offense and defensive pressure keeps up, they can definitely run away with it. As we head into game number 3 now, Roosterman does get a big shot. Is there an open net? Nope. Fat Boy is there for the save. Looks like Boss Killer, they're trying to get that finish, but does get beat by a little bit. As Boss Killer does demo 1, Astrid with a shot. A little wide, though, as Astrid once again trying to do a little car control. Will he get a pinch off the wall, or off the floor, I should say? No, Roosterman is there. Very busy first couple 30 seconds in this game number 3.
Yeah, it looks like a blue team's playing with a lot more confidence, not letting the ball be in their corner as much as they used to be. But as I was saying, we almost saw a score there on blue side. But yeah, it looks like blue team is playing with a lot more pressure on Bosco, seeing as we're seeing the ball a lot more on orange here.
Yeah, big pressure there by the blue team, as Bosco now trying to see if they can get this clear out. Fortunate miss there, but it seems
2 demos.
But Ben, though, with 2 demos, does get 1. Does get 2, I should say. Ashford off the air dribble. Is he able to get it over the Bosco defenders? No. Bosco once again with the save. Bosco's defense, especially in those very high-pressure moments, just there, being able to read the ball properly and getting big clears just like that to bring it back onto the blue half.
Yeah. Looks like Bosco's finally finding themselves some momentum to get the ball back on the other side of the pitch here. As Boss Killer,
seeing if he could flick it over 1, does get it, but unable to get a finish by a second member there. Only less than 2 minutes gone in this game number 3. Still no score, but Fat Boy does get a save with Benji trying to go for a shot attempt.
Yeah, longest time we've seen without a single goal being made.
Yeah, this third game, once again, high pressure moment for both teams. One trying to finish the series off, others trying to stay in the game. But As you can see, small mistakes can definitely be a game changer here. As Archer does catch the ball off in the air, but Roosterman does get a 50. Ball popped in the air once again. Members of Bosco trying to stay back, conserve that boost, because if you boost starve in this game, definitely be a disadvantage. A new term that we really haven't heard in that first game with varsity boost starving is literally when you're not having as much boost in your tank and you're kind of low, and also most of the boost pads on the floor are taken, and so not having that boost is a very big disadvantage for your team, since you're not going to be able to do the plays that you want. But Bosco and this blue team definitely handling it very well.
Yeah, I mean, blue team's doing a lot better compared to the first two games. They haven't given Bosco the opportunity to make any successful offensive plays, I should say.
Not Benji. Does pop for over one. Should get a second touch on yours. Any member of Bosco there to get it? No, both members decide to stay back. Try to fake one of the members of the blue team out. Does that very successfully. Is the open net there? Boss Killer once again with an amazing read, an amazing angle to get that in the back of the net. Bosco up 1-0 with just a minute 53 left in this third game.
Yeah, it took a whole 3 minutes and 7 seconds just to get our very first goal of the game. That's pretty rare comparing, the 5 games of Rocket League that we've spectated so far.
Yeah, both teams definitely trying to get the series even, one trying to finish it again. But both teams definitely keeping up with each other very well. Now this is third game. Now they know their strats. Now they know how to feel about each other. And so definitely trying to keep up with each other as much as they can here, as Archer does get a pop over one. Is anyone of Bosco there? Big clear, though, by Boss Killer as he tries to chase that ball down and try to bring it over to the center of the blue half. But once again, another big clear by blue. Boss Killer is there once again. Should be able to get a touch on this. Does get it. Pinch off of Asher, though. Oh, that is very unfortunate. What a hit there by Boss Killer. Off of Asher's card, that angle able to bring them to a 2-goal lead and into the back of the net for the blue team.
Yeah, it's looking very scary for the blue team. I mean, going, what is it now, 3 minutes and however many seconds into the game, and they haven't even been able to score one, while Bosco's slowly but surely gaining momentum over them. They got to do something quick.
Boss Killer. Seeing if you're going to stay back. Minute 10 left in this, what could be final game of the series, unless the blue team does decide to score 2 goals and tie the lead, potentially force this in overtime, and to maybe take a game off of Bosco here, try to make the series a little closer. Ooh. But as I say that, Roosterman with an amazing read, able to get that over Fat Boy, it seems, and bring the lead to a hat trick gap. 3-0 minute, less than a minute left in this game.
Yeah, it's looking bleaker and bleaker for the blue team. I'm not sure if they'll be able to get 3 in 55 seconds.
Definitely is possible, but once again, in these high pressure situations, kind of hard, especially with the situation that the blue team is in. Less than 45 seconds left to go. Double commit there by the blue team. Seems like Bosco could run away with this with the way they keep on playing. Knowing that, what a pass there. Knowing that they can definitely finish the series off. Amazing pass there by Benji. Able to see Roosterman just in the center of the net. Able to get that big pass. 72 miles per hour. What an amazing play there.
Yeah, I was going to say, all Bosco really has to do now to just win and secure the game is just to play defense. But I guess, as they say, offense is the best defense.
Bosco trying to make that statement now. First, we had that varsity team with that 20-0 third game, but now JV here trying to see what they can do to make a statement in this final game with just less than 20 seconds left to go. Boss Killer just trying to kill time. Does get it over one. Seems like none of the blue team able to read that ball, and Roosterman does pick it up. See if he can do it for a little air dribble as less than 10 seconds left. Ladies and gentlemen, Bosco running away with the series. Another sweep for Bosco Rocket League here, and taking that game with easy fashion and take the series 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, JV really didn't let Varsity have all the spotlight. He just proved that they're just as good to match up to Varsity with just as clean of a sweep as Varsity did just last week.
All right, so that is it for our JV team taking on the pitch. Congrats to them with their preseason win, 3-0 fashion. Amazing job, and we look forward once again to all the Rocket League matches here on the channel. Once again, if you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you like this video as well. There's a lot more content here on the channel, not just for Rocket League, but for all of the other games here. So make sure you take a look out for that. Once again, congratulations to Bosco on on our JV Rocket League team for taking that. Any last words?
Make sure you take a look at the Fortnite and the League of Legends videos we got coming out. And yeah, stay tuned, subscribe, and like the videos.
Once again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.